On May 27th, the Crow Wing County Land Services Department hosted a field tour for members of the advisory group for the Comprehensive Recreation Trails Planning Project and High Conservation Value Forest Assessment Process. The tour included 8 stops, with opportunities to view a range of different forest types and diverse recreational trails managed on county lands. The county manages over 100,000 acres of tax forfeit lands and provides many miles of trails, including over 50 miles of non-motorized trails and extensive snowmobile routes for winter use. The field tour stops were located in areas of the county east of Brainerd and around Ironton. The first stop of the tour was a visit to a non-motorized trail that is used for hiking in the summer and cross-country skiing in the winter. The ski trails are not groomed and offer a more rustic skiing experience. The area has been used for non-motorized recreation for more than 15 years. The 120-acre parcel includes a 37-acre area of mature red and white pine that is a candidate for high conservation value forest consideration. Management in this area would include efforts to maintain the pine trees. The second stop was a visit to the north side of County Road 24, where there is existing ATV use of the ditch and where a grant and aid ATV trail is proposed. The proposed trail would connect existing trails in the Pine Center and Fort Ripley communities to the southern city limits of Brainerd. If the proposed trail becomes a grant and aid trail, it would allow the county to establish a season of trail use for the route, provide enforcement authority and funds for trail maintenance and repair.
We had to, since we did the realignment, we also had to re-examine the trail costs. And right now, Brian and Dave Clute from the DNR are involved in that, taking a very close look at exactly what it's going to take to build the trail and to maintain it afterwards.
The third stop of the morning was the Wolf Lake Trail System. These groomed ski trails were developed 15 years ago with the encouragement of local residents, and the routes are available for a range of year-round non-motorized uses. The area includes approximately 64 acres of pine forest being considered for high conservation value forest designation.
This area here was harvested fairly heavily, and we're seeing about 30 years of aspen coming back, kind of similar to the stand the first stop. Here the goal, it wasn't a goal, but they just didn't harvest a lot of the big pines way back then. Maybe the markets were poor, and they said, we're not going to get a whole lot of value for that pine, we'll just maybe leave them. Put it in here as a high conservation value, but pretty much right here with some fingers of young aspen in it. So that's the stand that we look at. It's approaching 110 years of age, these pine trees. The aspen stand that's fingered in amongst that is 34 years, particularly where we park. That's a 34-year-old young stand of aspen. Again, these other green areas around here is some heavily planted young pine area. These pines need that fire dependency to maintain itself. You need to have a pretty good fire to come through here to clean out this understory, provide a seed bed, allow that pine cones to open up, release their seed, and germinate young pine on the forest floor.
Next, the group visited the Rice Lake Hunter Hiking Non-Motorized Trail. This trail is an example of one of 14 gated, non-motorized trails managed by the county to offer hiking opportunities as well as hunter access during the hunting seasons. Most of these trails are mowed once per year in late August under a mowing contract. These trails are also used for horse riding when there is adequate trailer parking and mountain biking when conditions are suitable. After lunch, the first stop of the afternoon was a visit to a recently acquired county property that was acquired through land exchange. The parcel includes an existing shelter that can serve as a trail shelter for snowmobile trail users. The Grant and Aid Snowmobile Trail runs to the north of the property, and other summer trails are also in the area. A representative of the local township joined the group on site to express the concerns of local residents and property owners regarding trespass, vandalism, and threats to personal property. The discussions highlighted the need for adequate enforcement and monitoring to ensure that recreation trails and their uses do not conflict with local quality of life considerations, public safety, and property owner rights.
We want you to be on these existing trails only for your ATV or your vehicle traffic.
The next stop of the tour was a review of a unique and historic trail opportunity. Jack McAllister of the Crosby-Ironton area met the group at the next stop for a review of the Portage Lake area. Jack has approached the county about the possibility of creating or reestablishing the historical Portage route on public land connecting several of the local lakes. There is a rich history of the Portage route in Portage Lake and the neighboring bodies of water.
People don't realize there's a lot of Poland today history on the east side of the Mississippi, and most of it's been written on the west.
Jack's research has identified areas where the historic Portage is still visible. If reestablished, the connections from Portage, June, and Mahnomen lakes could provide the basis of a new water and portage trail and perhaps be promoted through an annual event. The historic significance of the potential trail offers opportunities for interpretive signs, historic markers, or other educational materials.
And one old-timer said he can remember when they would come and camp there for ricing. So I kind of think I know the area where it might have happened over there.
The next stop for the group was a visit to an off-highway motorcycle trail. This trail was approved by the county and is maintained by the club that uses it. The trail provides an opportunity for riders to experience a narrow, single-track trail designed specifically for off-highway motorcycles. The trail is approximately 7 miles in length and is closed to other motorized uses. The last stop, stop number 8 of the tour, was a visit to the French Rapids area.
It's a hiking trail, non-motorized use. Mountain bikes come out here. Even had horses. I was taking some pictures one day, and 3 horses came down with riders. There was trailers here, so it is kind of a moderately used non-motorized trail system.
This area is gated and available for the full range of non-motorized uses. The area is also a potential high conservation value forest due to the documented archaeological sites and riparian habitat values along the Mississippi River. The group walked a rustic user-created hiking trail along the bluff and also viewed the trails that are groomed by the Brainerd Nordic Ski Club for winter use. The field tour on May 27th provided an opportunity for the advisory group for the Comprehensive Recreation Trails Planning Project and High Conservation Value Forest Assessment process to view some of the different forest and trail types managed by the Crow Wing County Land Services Department. The county manages more than 100,000 acres of land and many miles of recreation trails. The comprehensive plan and forest assessment will help address the challenges of land management while planning for quality, long-term outdoor recreation experiences. More information about the project is available online and by contacting the Crow Wing County Land Services Department.